My name is Jason, and it happened during quarantine, 2 months after I finished year 11. Everything seemed to slow to an aching halt due to the coronavirus pandemic. I wasted away in my confined bedroom as the internet swallowed up my whole life. My hobby was rather erratic, to say the least. Instead of gaming online or productively searching through articles, I somehow ended up getting more and more into the deep, dark web. Human sacrifices, satanic rituals, and things that were horribly indescribable. I'd spend days and nights completely fixated to my screen. Sometimes I'd go days without sleeping. My concept of time had completely gone. One day I stumbled upon a shady website asking me for my email address. It promised me that I would have the sweetest dreams. Now most people would think straight, but being my stupid self, I signed up. A week after this occurrence, my parents were called away to London for a business meeting. They were having a frustrating time with their business, so it was pretty urgent. The moment I heard the car leave the driveway, I booted up my PC, eager to surf the dark web again, only to be peppered with notifications. My heart started to beat like a drum. Laying before me were 2 emails. I opened up the first. It only included a link to a Facebook page, though the sender, oddly enough, didn't have a username or a picture. I obliged and clicked the link. Plastered on every feed was my face. Some of them had been twisted and contorted into horrific shapes. For a while I just sat there. Cold sweat dripped down my forehead. I tried to laugh it off. It had to be my friends trolling me, right? But then again, I barely had any. I opened the second message. I felt just about ready to hurl as flashing lights and cheap animations flooded my screen, combining into a nauseating mix. The joke was going way too far now. I clicked the X button, but it simply wouldn't go. "God damn it!" I shouted. I slammed my desk, and suddenly the screen shut off. I was drowned in complete darkness. The clock read 12:08, and I once again just sat. Any attempt to turn the computer back on failed. I shook it off and went inside my duvet, trying to forget about what happened. A thud. I thought it came from my window, but no, this wasn't from my window. No, these were heavy footsteps, making their way through the house and onto the stairs. I panicked and slammed my door shut. I didn't know what to do as I was home alone, and it didn't make things better that we live in an isolated part of town. Who the hell was it, and what the hell did they want? Was it the guy who sent me the email? At this point, I was literally pissing my pants. "I'm calling the police, get the hell away from me," I cried. No answer. "I'm warning you." I turned to my phone. My heart sank as the icon read, "No service." The footsteps continued. Every step taken filled me with utter dread. The feet made their way into the hallway. I desperately searched around for something to defend myself with, and tears started to stream down my face. "Get the hell away from me." I turned on the computer. At the sound of the startup, the footsteps ceased right in front of the door. As I took a shallow breath, a large axe smashed a hole through the door. I screamed in terror as the door came crashing down. A figure shrouded in a trench coat, slick with blood and gore, towered before me. But what I saw next is something that will always haunt me till the day I die. All over his face were deep open cut wounds, filled with worms and maggots, eating through his flesh. The man's large hand outstretched in front of my face, and before I knew it, I blacked out. I jerked awake in a cold sweat and looked around, realizing that it was just a dream. I turned to my clock just as the time went from 12:07 to 12:08. Then I heard the heavy footsteps again.